Welcome to Whispers of the Taken, where every mystery is a voice lost in the shadows. This video is based on public information and falls under fair use. Like, subscribe, and comment. Even the quietest voice can echo the loudest truth. What could drive a father to kill his 3 little girls? The haunting true crime case of Travis Decker. In the quiet town of Wenatchee, Washington, a horrifying tragedy unfolded that has since gripped the nation, not only because of the brutality of the crime itself, but because of the man at the center of it all. Travis Decker. This is a case that has stunned even the most hardened investigators, a true crime story that leaves one chilling question echoing in the minds of everyone following it. What could drive a father to murder his own children? As this Washington manhunt continues to expand, law enforcement, true crime followers, and devastated communities are desperately searching for answers. What went wrong inside the mind of Travis Decker? What pushed him to turn against his own daughters, 9-year-old Paityn, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia? A father's hidden struggles. For many, the image of Travis Decker was once that of a loving father. To those around him, he appeared to be trying to rebuild a normal life after returning from military service. But hidden behind the smiles and public appearances was a man quietly battling the invisible wounds of war. Travis Decker, a 32-year-old Army veteran, returned from service carrying scars that few could see, the emotional weight of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and the deep instability of borderline personality disorder. These disorders often coexist in dangerous ways, blending traumatic memories with an overwhelming fear of abandonment, intense mood swings, and distorted perceptions of reality. Friends and family knew that Travis Decker struggled at times, but no one could have predicted that his personal battles would spiral into one of the most disturbing true crime cases of 2025. The crippling power of a fractured mind. PTSD isn't simply about bad memories. It's about reliving trauma every single day. For some, the pain never stops. For Travis Decker, those inner demons likely distorted his view of his own life, his relationships, and, ultimately, his children. Combined with his borderline personality disorder, his mental state may have grown increasingly unstable. The very thought of losing custody of his daughters may have become unbearable to him. In custody battles, emotions run high. But when someone like Travis Decker feels cornered and powerless, that fear can transform into rage, and that rage can lead to horrifying decisions. Many mental health experts believe that his fragile state, amplified by years of trauma, may have convinced him that if he couldn't be in his daughters' lives, no one else should be either. That is how love can tragically twist into obsession, and obsession, when left unchecked, can lead to destruction. The day of horror, May 30th, 2025, began like any other scheduled visitation. Travis Decker picked up Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia for what should have been a normal weekend together. But behind the scenes, something dark was already in motion. When the time came to return his daughters to their mother, Travis Decker never showed up. Phone calls went unanswered. Hours turned into a full day. Panic set in. The girl's mother contacted authorities and filed a missing persons report. The community feared the worst, but no one could have imagined the horrors that would soon be uncovered. The heartbreaking discovery. On June 2nd, 2025, law enforcement made a gut-wrenching discovery near Rock Island Campground in Chelan County, Washington. The bodies of Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia were found, their small, lifeless forms left in a remote, wooded area. The scene painted a horrifying picture of what had taken place. Zip ties bound their tiny wrists behind their backs. Plastic bags had been placed over their heads to suffocate them. Bloodstains revealed their desperate struggle. for life, their tiny hands leaving heartbreaking evidence that they fought until their final breaths. The brutality of the crime stunned even veteran investigators. It wasn't a crime of passion. It was calculated. It was methodical. And it was absolutely horrifying. Whatever love once existed in Travis Decker had been entirely consumed by darkness. The fugitive disappears. As law enforcement pieced together the crime, Travis Decker was already gone. He vanished into the remote wilderness of Washington, a place where few would dare to run, but where Travis Decker held a dangerous advantage. Armed with advanced military survival training, he disappeared into the forests and mountains surrounding Wenatchee. Dense woods, rocky cliffs, hidden caves, and fast-moving rivers now serve as his cover. Every tree, trail, and ridge is familiar ground for him. As Travis Decker vanished into the rugged wilderness, the manhunt escalated to an elite level. Highly trained operatives from Team 6 and Delta, specializing in tracking and capturing dangerous fugitives, were called in to assist. Their mission: to bring Decker to justice before more tragedy could unfold, using every tactical advantage to navigate the unforgiving terrain and end the terrifying saga. The Washington manhunt that followed was massive. The massive Washington manhunt local police, sheriff's departments, federal agents, and the FBI launched a full-scale operation to track down Travis Decker. The search area stretched across Chelan County and beyond. They deployed helicopters, drones, infrared thermal cameras, and search dogs, but the fugitive remained one step ahead. Reported sightings placed him near Kolchuk Lake, Blewett Pass, Ingalls Creek, and the Enchantments, all isolated and difficult terrains where an experienced survivalist could remain hidden for weeks or even months. As of June 2025, despite one of the largest manhunts in the Pacific Northwest, Travis Decker has yet to be captured. Authorities continue to warn residents that he is extremely dangerous, highly unstable, and should not be approached under any circumstances. A $20,000 reward remains active for any information leading to his capture. A nation haunted by unanswered questions. Even as the Washington manhunt continues, the haunting question remains: what could drive a father to murder his own children? Was it the unbearable fear of losing them? Was it uncontrollable rage fueled by his fragile mental state? Or was it something even darker, a cold, calculated decision made by a man who had fully lost touch with reality? Mental illness may explain how Travis Decker spiraled out of control, but it cannot explain away the horrific choice he made. His daughters, Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia, were innocent. They were full of life, laughter, and dreams that were never allowed to come true. The search for justice. Today, the search for Travis Decker is no longer just about finding a fugitive. It's about finding closure for a devastated mother, for grieving grandparents, for a shattered community, and for a nation still reeling from this horrific, true crime tragedy. As the weeks pass and the wilderness grows thicker with summer, many hope that Travis Decker will eventually be found, and that justice will finally be served for Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia. This has been one of the most heartbreaking true crime stories we've ever covered. As the Washington manhunt continues and investigators search for Travis Decker, we'll keep following every development and update you as this case unfolds. If you found this case as tragic and haunting as we did, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have any insights, theories, or thoughts on what could have driven Travis Decker to commit this unimaginable act, we encourage you to join the conversation. For now, the voices of Paityn, Evelyn, and Olivia have been silenced. But here, their stories remain as part of the whispers of the taken. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and we'll see you again soon.